What's up, everybody? It's your boy DC the God. Welcome to Hater Nation. How y'all doing out there, guys? We are about to get into it, and this is absolutely funny because a lot of people are really talking about defenses whack this year. The defense isn't really holding, and something that I discovered. This is literally in the first day yesterday. I kind of discovered this, which is going to be an absolute game changer. A game changer. And this is why I feel like defensively is going to be really, really hard to to get off the ball offensively when people start figuring this out. And I wanted to put this video out here. Like, this is absolutely going to change how the game is played. It's going to, really kind of get people out of spamming plays. Death to spamming plays. No more of this spamming plays because of this adjustment that you can do. And something that I love that they added this year, which has not been in previous Maddens, and I'm glad that they've done, is coaching adjustments in practice mode. That is going to give you the ability to really see and fine tune what you can do with your coaching adjustments. And for those guys who don't have two controllers, now you can do defensive adjustments for the defense as well as your offense. So you can see how they will play. So we're going to go ahead and we're just going to go ahead and flip sides here. And here is coaching adjustments in the practice. These are normal for offense. So we're just going to run a play here. It doesn't really matter. We just want to get to the defense adjustments. And like I said, as you can see, I can call the defensive adjustments on the other side of the ball. So we'll go ahead and get into it and show you what they changed here in order to really take it to the next level. No more will you have these people out here spamming those soft spots of the zones, because you literally can tell them how to play the zone. So here they've added 3 different coaching adjustments, which is zone drop for the flats, zone drop for the curl flats, and zone drop for the hooks. Okay, so you can kind of tell them where to go. So for the zone drops for the flats, those are going to include the cloud flats during pre-play audible. Okay, there it goes. So it overrides the drop depth for the hard flat, the cloud flat, and the soft squat zones. So you're going to be able to tell them, hey, if they're killing with you with the out route, I want you to play 5 yards. Okay, play 5 yards because they're killing me with these out routes. I want you to play 10 yards because they're killing me with, the deeper outs. I want you to play 25 yards because they're killing me in those little soft spots. So you can tell them what depth to play on those certain zones. Now, this is going to be very, very interesting because the cloud flat and the hard flat are going to play exactly the same. So no more do you have to call the cloud if you already are calling a hard flat, but tell it to play 25 yards. Okay, then you have the curl flat zones, which you can tell them to play 5 all the way up to 30. You can tell them to play 30 yards as well. And then they have the zone drop hook. So if you want to play 0, right, or 5 yards because they're killing you with a lot of drag routes, I could tell those vertical hooks, or those hook read, the mid read, or the vertical hook zone, I can tell them to play a certain depth where I want them to play on the field. And where that's going to come into play is 1, if somebody's spamming, or 2, if it's late game and you know that you want them to go deep, you can just put everything at 30 yards. Everybody drop back into coverage. I'll play short, let everybody play out there so I can click on and pick. So this is going to absolutely change the way the game is played. A lot of people are like, oh, well, the defense isn't really good. They're bailing out. That's because you're running everything on default. So you're going to have to change that. Now we're going to get into it, and I'm going to show you where it goes, and we're going to call my own defense. All right, so we're going to go back to the coaching adjustments on the defensive side of the ball, and we're just going to kind of tailor make them a little bit. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put these zone flats first at 30 yards, and then I'm going to put the curl flat at 30 yards. We'll put this at 15. Let's do 20 and 15. And then the drop zone for the hooks, we're gonna call it at 5. So we're gonna go ahead and call my cover 3 out of the 3-4 odd. here, my cover 3 sky, and we'll just go with random play that I want them. So what should happen, I'm not going to touch it. These are curl flats. They should drop off 30 yards. Okay. I'm not even going to touch it. My curl flats, as you can see, they stay at 5 yards. And we'll go back into the instant replay to go ahead and check that out here to see if he dropped off 30 yards. And the reason that he did this is because this is exactly what I told him to do. So this is my flat zone. Oh no, I'm sorry, this is my flat zone. And as you can see, my flat zone drops 30 yards. So he's kind of playing the same exact kind of movement. And my other one should be around the same area here, and he's dropping off. As you can see, he sees the play as ran, but he's dropping back. Very, very important. Now we're gonna call the cloud flat. Right, we're gonna call the cloud flat, and it should play the exact same way. We'll let them go ahead and run a play. It doesn't really matter what they run. And as you can see, he had to throw it underneath, which is fine, right? That is 100% fine. Watch how they played it. They are in the soft spots that used to be soft spots in the zone are no longer soft spots in them. So I have my guy here. He drops back. He drops back. He drops back, and he's covering the guy because I told him to play 15 to 20 yards. I think it was 15. It may have been 15. But as you can see, both of them are playing. So used to be in a soft spot before. I'm not great on instant replays, but as you can see, he just drops back about 5 yards and he kind of sits right there and he's ready to make the play. So you're going to be able to tune it and go to instant replay one more time. I'm sorry. And then we can see the hook zones. They kind of just sit. They sit at the 5 yard marker because that's exactly where I want them to play. So you're going to be able to tune it to have them play exactly where you want to play, which is going to be something that is just incredible, right? I had them play 15 yards. Okay, now I'm going to tell them to drop back 30 yards. Everybody drop back 30 yards. Okay, because I know it's late game and I want to make sure that we keep everything in front of us. We'll go back to our 3-4 odd. We'll go ahead and just run random play. So hopefully they don't run the ball. We're going to get off that guy. Is this guy blitzing? Okay, this guy's the guy blitzing. We'll run it as a normal play here. That's fine. I just want them to keep everything in front of them and run it like a natural cover 3 sky, because that was the purpose. And when it kind of changed that, it kind of repurposed the point of it. But as you can see, my guys are just backing up, right? Hook zones backing up. Outside guys backing up. The outside blue, he actually is staying deeper than the deep blue. Once the ball is thrown, they make a play on the ball and come up and make the tackle, because we okay with giving up the first down. What we don't want to do is get beat deep. So that's going to be an absolute game changer. Now that, like I said, no more spamming. You can't spam to those soft spots because you know in the game they can't cover it. You can now be on the D line. If you want to be on the D line, you can really get into coaching adjustments and say, hey, I want my zones to play like this so I know that they're going to cover those out routes that I'm getting torched by. So I can say, hey, I want you to play 5. You can now run the cover 3 Mabel, which I'm about to get into running, which I don't know why they got rid of the cover 3 Mabel. I thought it was one of the best defenses. And last year when you tried to recreate the cover 3 Mabel, they just didn't cover. Now I can have my guy on a curl flat cover 30 yards down the field. I can have my guy on a hard flat cover 10 yards down the field, and he can kind of protect both of that sides. And on the other side, I can have him run just a regular curl flat that's going to hold 30 yards, and I know that my soft spot is where it is. So I'm forcing you to throw to an area that I know is going to be open. That right there is really going to kind of alter the game. A couple of things before we get into my opinions on the gameplay. A couple of things I do want to talk about, guys. We do have spots open in my franchise. Just get contact. Just put a comment down there. Let me know. It is a $40 league on Xbox. But we think we got like 9 teams open. I'll post the teams that are open in the description as well. But we do have a couple spots. I think 7. I'm sorry. I think we got 7 spots. As well as I do stream every Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday Um, yeah, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday are the days that I stream. Come out and check out my stream. We can definitely talk about it. I'm a defensive guy. I love defensive adjustments. I love that they added this year. And getting into the gameplay, I think it's a lot more smooth than it was last year. I think that they don't make your running back, they may not be as fast, but they're not sluggish, right? When I used to run with slower backs, they just felt sluggish, like they couldn't get to the hole, and that's not realistic to how Madden is. And I felt like it was a Looney Tune gameplay. I really think that they have really fine-tuned into this game on how you're supposed to be able to hit the hole and use the movements. And if he has a high juke or a high spin, you can still use those guys in space, where in previous years you couldn't. Like, you had to have a fast back in order to hit the hole fast and get out and, you know, get to the edge and things like that. So I think that they really tuned it. This is the first review of it. I haven't really got into it a ton, but we will be checking it out in the future, and I will let you guys know, you know, what the updates are and things like that. But like I said, make sure you come and check me out on the stream. And if you want to get one of those spots, it is Xbox and it is $40. So spots will be open for the teams that I post. So that's pretty much it for the video, guys. Thank you for watching. It is your boy DC. Always remember, embrace the hate and hate everything.